What's up, marketers and entrepreneurs? Today I'm going to be showing you the easiest Facebook ad designs that convert so that you can increase your ROAS, reduce your CPA, and ultimately drive more revenue for your business. Now, the coolest thing about all these ad designs is you're going to be able to create these for yourself for free. So this is great for entrepreneurs who are on a budget. With that said, I actually use these same strategies for brands that are spending $1 million per month on ads. So the ad designs I'm going to show you in this video are going to help you out regardless of how much money you're spending per month on your Facebook ads. Also, be sure to stay to the end of this video where I show you all the tools that I use to develop this ad creative. It's going to include the exact same software that I use, which are perfect for absolute beginners. So let's dive in. Now, the first ad that I want to talk about is called a benefits overlay. Now, this is the easiest type of ad to design, but I often find that it is so overlooked because it really is that simple. So all we're gonna do here is take your best performing image. It can be either from your organic social or from your previously tested ads, and you're simply going to add a text overlay onto that image. Now, ideally, this text is going to be calling out a benefit that you want your customer to experience from your product. Something like this Monday swimwear ad, which I noticed that they use this strategy quite a bit. Now, one big reason you need to try out this ad creative is I've actually noticed better returns coming from images that have a text overlay as opposed to trying out multiple different types of creative in the primary text. I actually believe that less and less people are actually reading the copy on our ads. So by using this strategy, you're going to be able to actually communicate more about your product. Now, you can also use this strategy as a video. And again, you don't have to overcomplicate this. Simply take a video from your mobile device of someone using your product and put that same text overlay over it. Now, I find that the thing that actually trips up some media buyers on this specific strategy is what a benefit actually is. Most of them tend to confuse it with a feature. And something that a colleague actually said to me recently provided a lot of clarity on this subject, so I'm going to share it with you right now. And what they told me is a feature is what your product has, but a benefit is how that feature or features has benefited their lives. Now, I think this Lunia ad did a great job of calling out number one, the feature, which is their microbial fabric, and how it actually benefited their lives, which is by doing less laundry. Now, the next ad that I'm going to talk about is what I call a features point out. And this ad is almost going to be as easy as a benefits overlay with just a little bit more design flair. Here, we're going to take an image of your product, preferably on a plain background, and simply call out the most important features around the product. Now, this is actually one of those ads that does really well in both prospecting and retargeting. So if you're a little bit unsure about how to diversify your creative funnel, simply put this ad type into both tofu and mofu. I think this ad does so well because it goes a long way in helping to stop the scroll. And even as a user, I find that when I read one of those bullet points or features, I end up reading the rest of them. Additionally, I think that this is another type of ad that could easily translate to video. Just include a close-up on your product of a plain background, maybe even shooting it from point of view so that you can see your hand or something, and then simply add the features around the product. You don't have to worry about like doing the point out. I find that that just like adds a little bit more mess and noise. So definitely just keep it simple here. Now, the next ad type I want to talk about is Instagram Stories style creative. Now, this is not just creative for the Instagram Stories placement, but also for the feed. In a nutshell, these type of ads are made to look like organic Instagram Stories style content. So they're going to be using the San Francisco font. They're going to be shot like it's a form of Instagram Stories. And they're also going to maybe include GIFs or stickers right on the ad content. And this is another type of ad creative, again, that you can use in the form of images or in videos. Dogna Dover is a brand that excels in this strategy, and they've been able to create Instagram Story style content that's in image and video form for the feed, but they've also doubled down on this strategy to create Instagram Stories style creative for that specific placement, which is really cool. Ultimately, if you can create Instagram Stories for your brand, then you can create this type of ad creative. Now, the fourth strategy I want to talk about are TikToks. Now, this is super similar to Instagram Stories, but taking organic content from your brand's TikTok or from an influencer collab is another fire strategy that's really easy to produce, but has really great benefits. And I do want to clarify this. The best results I've actually seen from using this strategy do include that little TikTok logo and the actual piece of content. Now, if you're creating this type of content yourself for your business or for another brand brand that you work with, you're gonna need to study what is popular and working right now on TikTok. So be sure to follow your competitor brands and see what they're doing. Now, don't worry about reinventing the wheel here. You actually do want to completely steal the strategies that are working on TikTok. It's the whole point of this ad strategy. Now, I think that this specific strategy is a must try for consumer product goods and any kind of lifestyle fashion brands. Do not sleep on TikTok just because you have preconceived notions of the platform and you don't understand it. You're a marketer or entrepreneur. It's your job to know these kind of things. Now, the fifth ad type I want to talk about is unboxing videos. So if you are nervous about creating video content for your brand, an unboxing video is the perfect place to experiment. This kind of creative is going to feel like user-generated content, which is a great way to stop the scroll, especially in retargeting where people already have some knowledge of your product or brand. And what's so cool about this strategy too is you can combine it with two other strategies we've already talked about in this video, which are Instagram stories and TikTok. So if you're unsure about what you'd actually film for those two strategies, try filming an unboxing. So here's an unboxing that I actually did for one of my clients, and I actually have a video that shows the several different types of creative I developed for them. So if you are personally creating this creative for your brand, be sure to check that video out. Now, the last ad type I want to talk about is called the testimonial cut and paste. So something that's actually a very popular strategy on Facebook ads is to use a customer testimonial directly in the ad. But I've actually found that this specific strategy wasn't super effective for the brands that I was working with the exception of this slight tweak. So many brands are simply going to take the testimonials and curate it themselves to look something like this. But I've actually found more success lately by taking a screenshot of the actual testimonial and pasting it directly on the ad creative. Now, I think the best type of things that you could screenshot are Instagram DMs, Facebook DMs, or even Facebook comments and Instagram comments. Something that looks like you're viewing it from a mobile device, because likely people are going to be discovering your brand on the mobile device. Now, I think the reason why this ad type works so well is because these kind of testimonials are a little bit harder to fake, and therefore potential customers are going to be more trusting of it because it seems like a more organic and authentic review. Now, it's kind of interesting. I personally don't automatically assume that all the testimonials that I see on ads or websites are faked. However, I have heard from a lot of my non-marketer friends that they automatically assume that these testimonials are faked. So I want you to tell me in the comments below if you believe that customer testimonials that brands use on their ads or their websites are faked, because I think it could lead to a very interesting discussion. Either way, this type of ad is super easy to create, and I like using it in GIF or image form. The last thing I want to talk about are the free tools that I use to develop all of this ad creative. And the first one is Canva. Now, this is going to make any of your image-based content creation super easy. So your benefits overlay, your features point out, or even your testimonial cut and paste. These are all things that I make in the free version of Canva. And honestly, I've tried other platforms and software, but they just don't work as well. And for light video editing, I use the mobile app called CapCut. Now, I know I've mentioned this in another video, but this app makes video editing super easy. It kind of feels like you're creating an Instagram story. Additionally, for video, if you want to create TikTok or Instagram story style creative, then just use those specific platforms. There's no reason that you have to add another layer of complication. You can totally just create that content and then save or download it to your mobile device and then use that on your ads. And that's it. Leave me a comment with the ad creative that you're going to try first from this video. And if you enjoyed this video and got value from it, please give it a like so that YouTube will show it to more people. Okay guys, thanks, bye.